Hey man, I don't know about you, but I am so thankful for His grace and His mercy. And I vow to walk this and talk this till they put me in my grave. Martyr music, Christ out music. Let's go. Somebody talk to me, man. I'm trying to understand how we have strayed so far away from His plan. The harvest is great, but the laborers are few. So me and you must do what we call to do. Your faith and your following Christ gives you permission to get up, get out, and fulfill this great commission. In church we give praise, in the world we afraid. Yep, and that's the trap that the enemy laid. We are fearful of the persecution and all the slander. It makes me wonder who's really your chief commander. The Bible says fear no man or evil, yet there is such a dreadful silence of God's people. People in the Bible who really love the Lord were willing to die. They met the stones and the swords. They understood the sacrifice of Christ, but no one today is willing to give his life to live.
Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Know what I'm talking, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Know what I'm talking, know what I'm talking about.
We live in a world of poverty and disease, at the same time affluently wealthy. How is this even possible? Lest us Christians move as heathens. We are called to bring change to the world, long as we breathing. Everybody pointing and screaming at Obama, and we ain't doing nothing but keeping up more drama. Yeah, he's the president, but he ain't Christ, and he's being influenced by demonic advice. Our world is full of sorrow, cause we forgot who to follow. The evil ones have taught us to borrow like no tomorrow. Now it's very apparent about the master we serve, and it's clearly not the God that we know from the word. It's all about the Franklins, Gratz, and Jacksons. But what about heaven's son? What about making demons run? What about your walk? What about your talk? Can you lead your kids, your wife? What about salvation? What about your soul? What about this afterlife?
Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Know what I'm talking, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about. Know what I'm talking, know what I'm talking about.
When I speak about the church, I ain't speaking about your building. I'm speaking about every one of God's children. It's time for us to stop standing in the background. The revelation is near, it's time to act now. It's time to go into the highways and the byways, but everybody's on some I'ma do this my way. Don't fool yourself, man, there's only one way. We gotta do this thing exactly as the Lord said. All this division of religion, such a dirty game. One God, one Jesus, they're both the same. An open flame, let His fire consume you. Don't let this world eternally doom you. Entomb you and bury you amongst the living dead. Far away from Him for being such a hard head. Pick up your cross instead. Come on, let's walk it out. Graced up, Christ out. That's what I'm talking about.
Preached up, Christ out, know what I'm talking about.